What's up, guys? Spaz here. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about Infamy, the new in-game system that came out for Payday 2 today. First and foremost, this is a PC-only update. This isn't for console. It's not out on consoles. I don't have any console news. If I have any console news or if I ever get any console update news, I will let you guys know. So please don't ask me. I don't have anything for you. Okay, so what is Infamy? Infamy is this in-game system for Payday 2. It is kind of like Call of Duty's prestige ranking system, but the way I've always viewed Call of Duty's prestige ranking system is it's basically, excuse my language if you will, a dick measuring contest that isn't really useful, not helpful. There's really no point to it other than to do it, but in this in-game system for Payday 2, this Infamy system, there are going to be reasons you want to become infamous. So, let's talk about, first and foremost, how we become infamous. So, in order to become infamous, you have to fulfill two things, two requirements. You have to be rank 100, you have to be level 100, and you need $200 million in offshore money. If you have all those things, you can become infamous. You can click this nifty button, but don't click it just yet. Think about this, guys. When you become infamous, you're going back down to level 0. You are losing all of your spending cash. You will keep all of the things in your inventory, including primaries, secondaries, and masks, patterns, and colors. You're keeping all that stuff, but you're starting over again. You're starting as a level 0 player. Now, what happens when you become infamous? Well, we open up this infamy tree. You get a point the first time you become infamous to unlock the infamy tree. The first point, you get a pair of sunglasses and a couple bonuses. These bonuses to me aren't that important or helpful. Infamous base drop rate is increased from 0.7 to 1.4%. Skill cost for every skill tree is lowered by 25%. That is skill cost in terms of money. Money. That is money. That is not skill points. I got my hopes up for a second there. But so once we spin that and we're infamous, we have to, guess what? We level all the way back up to level 100 again. We get our $200 million in offshore money. And we become infamous again, and we go back into this infamous tree. And now we can spend infamy points on the tier 1 infamy tree. You're going to get mask, color, pattern for each infamy point. And look at how these are only applicable to certain skill trees, because the bonus is where this is important and why this system was implemented. When you start getting into these tiers, they don't have tier 2, 3, or 4 filled in yet. First tier is only available right now. What happens when you get into these trees, into this first tier, look at the bonus. Ghost skill point requirements for each tier is reduced by 10. Now, why is this important and what does that mean? Let's go to our skill tree. Let's go to the ghost skill tree. I still have my basic stealth skills. Look at here. Spend another 5 points to unlock tier 2. Then it goes to 10, 20, 30, 40. With that bonus, you're going to be able to progress through this tree faster. If you are familiar with some of my build videos, I talk about sometimes in order to get to a certain portion of the tree efficiently, you have to burn points down at the bottom that you aren't really going to use, but you had to spend them to unlock that tier so you could unlock that skill. These infamy skills are going to allow you to progress through the tree faster, and you won't have to burn as many points. That's the whole point of infamy as it stands right now. Builds are going to change. What you can do with hybrid builds, they're going to change. It might be something worthwhile to do. Now, I want to give you some pro tips first before I give you my thoughts on this whole system. Pro tip, before you become infamous, I would personally, I know I shouldn't recommend this, it might be against the terms of service, the TOS agreement, make a copy of your game save, please, for the love of God. That way you don't go infamous and then blame me because you're like, this sucks ass. I'm level 30, this sucks. Make a copy of your game save file just in case. I'm not going to tell you how to do that or where to do that. I would just recommend doing that so I'm not held accountable for anybody that goes infamous and doesn't like it. Pro tip number 2. When you respec or become infamous, essentially going to level 0, you're losing all your cash. It's gone. It's out the window, but like I said, you're keeping all this stuff in your inventory and your masks. What you should do, spend all of your spending cash on weapons, in particular the most expensive weapons, and fill all of these weapon slots. Even throw attachments on them if you have money. Fill the secondary slots, and if you still have enough money, get rid of or spend money on some of your duped masks. What I mean by duped masks, duplicate masks. Like I have 11 of these, I could fill all of these mask slots with them. Why are you doing that? Okay, so when you become infamous, guess what? Daddy ain't got no money, but Daddy's got an inventory full of weapons he can sell. Next thing you know, Daddy's got his cash back. It's like Capital One. Daddy's got some money to play around with. Do that before or right after you become infamous if you are going to stress over spending cash. But that's just the basic rundown on Infamy, guys. I'll probably be doing more videos covering this when everything kind of comes out and is explained a little bit more and everybody in the community is a little bit more familiar with how everything's working. I think there are some more changes coming for Payday 2 soon in terms of the skill tree, so I might incorporate Infamy into that. This is going to be a pretty big thing, I think. But me personally, I don't know if I want to do it, to be honest with you guys. I really don't. Oh man, I don't know if I want to invest another 100 hours per Infamy rank just to do it. That's a lot of game time, guys. Let's assume, and it could be faster, and it probably is faster. Let's assume that each level or each Infamy rank is 100 hours. There's going to be 14 total Infamy points available. That's 1,400 hours of gameplay. There is no possible way, I'm going to tell you this right now, I will not play Payday 2 for 1,400 plus hours. It's never going to happen. It'll never happen. I can't. There's no possible way. And I'm in a pickle as to whether or not I think it's worthwhile to do it. Now, why am I in a pickle? If it were just me personally and I'm playing this all on my own, didn't have a YouTube channel to run, right now I probably wouldn't do it with as much time as I played Payday 2. I would have done it if this came out around the time I reached rank 100, but the amount of time I've invested in this game after being level 100, there isn't much for me to do anymore. I know this Infamy thing opens up some new opportunities, but in terms of gameplay, it's still the same missions. I just don't think it's worth it for me personally. Now, if you're kind of newer to Payday 2 or you don't play it as often as I do or have put a lot of time to it, I think this is a great system. I'm not belittling the system at all. I think it is something that was needed. It was needed a long time ago. I'm glad that it's in here now. But for me, I don't know whether or not I want to do it. Personally, I wouldn't do it. I'll put it that way. I wouldn't do this if I didn't run a YouTube channel. But I do run a YouTube channel, and that's why I'm in a pickle. Do I do this just for the sake of the channel? Do I invest 1,400 hours into leveling all of my Infamy fancy schmancy things for this channel? If I do that, is that going to come at the cost of 1,400 hours I could invest in other content in other games that have a larger player base? I have to look out for my channel too. I am in a serious pickle here. This channel can't just be about Payday 2. It will not survive. It won't. This channel has to have variety. I don't know what to do, guys. Kind of sucks, but I'm not making a decision yet, and I'm not going to for a couple days. I need to make a decision on this. Do I want to cover Infamy? If so, that's going to come at the cost of me covering other content and other games. There's only so many hours in a day I can spend on Payday 2. You can see where I'm coming from. I don't know what to do. It's so hard for me right now to kind of even think about this because I'm happy for the community. I'm happy there's new content. I'm happy that you guys are going to have some more in-game stuff. But for me, not to be selfish, this isn't very good. It's not good. There's going to be a lot of grinding involved to make more content just based on Infamy. Because what's going to happen? All of my level 100 builds, irrelevant to anybody that is infamous. Irrelevant. So I can't make build videos anymore because the majority of you guys are probably going to go down Infamy. So there's an initial grind just to make content. I don't know if I want to do it, guys. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Like I said, in the future, I will be touching on this subject again. Probably some more in-depth stuff, but I just want to give you a quick rundown because it did come out today. And when stuff does happen for Payday 2, I want you guys to come to me first. If I missed anything, if I was incorrect on anything, please correct me. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a great week. We will catch you later. Okay.